This video is thanks to Cloud Hazy. I'm going to leave a link for the original video down below so you can go check out his channel. Newer YouTuber to World of Warcraft, I'm guessing. Not a whole bunch of videos up, but really hit the nail on the head with this one. And he's somebody I'm going to continue to support if content like this keeps coming out. You really rocked it, Cloud Hazy. So appreciate this video. Not a lot of these are out there, which is surprising. But what he's talking about, I've personally done in beta, and the way he's laying it out, super clear, super simple. Graphics are cool. He shows the right stuff at the right time, and it's going to help me level even faster than I did in beta, and then get my alts up as well for when the War Within comes out. So don't forget to check out goldcapped.com. Link is in the description down below. If you want to support this channel, you can leave a super thanks or join as a member also. So let's get right into it. The fastest way to level, or at least a very efficient way to level 80 in the War Within.
Hey guys, Cloudy Hayes back for another video. The War Within is just days away, and everybody is getting anxious to grind through new content and explore the new zones. One of the most important things going into day 1 of the new expansion will be to hit level 80, and to complete the leveling campaign. The campaign is split into 12 chapters, with 3 chapters per zone. Completing the campaign unlocks world quests and a variety of new activities. It also unlocks adventure mode, which allows your alts to be able to complete zones in any order and makes your alts eligible for world quests immediately.
So very easy to complete this. This is probably the easiest, I want to say. It was definitely a lot easier than the last couple expansions, to where you complete the storyline in the zones. It's very seamless. Run through it in a few hours. It's not going to take you tons and tons of time. Very linear, very user friendly.
Unfortunately, you cannot reach level 80 just from doing the campaign alone, but don't worry, I will be going over the best route for you guys to take.
Yeah, so this is good stuff. So if you just follow the linear story progression, you're going to end up, I think, like 3 levels or so, at least I was, short of being level 80, which sort of sucks because then you have to like go back around and find stuff to do to level up.
Once you hit level 80 on your first character, you will unlock an achievement called One Warband Mentor. This achievement gives all your other characters a 5% XP bonus while leveling all the way up to level 80. This buff stacks as you level up more toons. For example, if you hit level 80 on 3 characters, that's 15% increased leveling experience for your 4th character, up to a total of 25% for hitting level 80 on 5 characters.
That's the coolest thing ever. Go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments if you're a fan of that. That's super awesome.
This does apply to all your characters on your account, and this never goes away. So leveling alts gets faster and faster after your first level 80. At the end of this video, I'm going to go over a handful of leveling tips and tricks as well, so make sure to check them out. But for now, let's get into the route we will be taking from 70 to 80. First thing is first, clear your quest log of all old quests. You don't need a bunch of old quests getting in your way. Check your talents and your gear and make sure you're ready to go. Once you land on the beach in the Isle of Dorn, the first zone, you will need to complete a few intro quests. Do them all and turn them in. At this point, you will now unlock skywriting. From here, you will fly
Very easy. I was like level 460, 470, and just pretty much blew through there.
to the main city, Dornegal. Once you get to Dornegal, this is the best time to grab your professions. Just find any guard in the city and you can find out the location of whatever professions you decide to take on. I do recommend tailoring for your first profession on your first character you plan to level up. You will get cloth from humanoids as you level up, but as a non-tailor, you will basically get no cloth whatsoever. It's rare for a non-tailor to get cloth to drop in the War Within. You have to be a tailor for cloth to drop on a regular basis. Cloth is also going to sell very well in the first week, so that is also something else to consider. You could go with double gathering if you prefer, but gathering while trying to complete the campaign will definitely slow you down a bit. Yes, you do get experience from mining or herbing a node, but it's still slower to gather on your first time around versus just pounding out quests.
All right, let me add in my 2 cents here. So because my method, if any of you watched it, is I'm going to go dual gathering. I like, though, that he says, hey, go tailoring. At least gives you some idea of what to do before you go out there, so you're getting more cloth. And that's also something to keep in mind if you're going to be doing cloth farms, like 2x4s and stuff. You're going to want tailoring, obviously. But I'm actually going dual gathering because while it does take time to gather those nodes, you get about a third of a quest. So see this quest right here? You're going to get 12,000 experience for doing the quest. And you get about 3,000 from mining a node. So, or herbing. So I'm going mining and herbing, and I'm not going to be focusing on like taking routes and farming. I'm just going to, as I see them pop up, go down and get them. And I'll tell you this, if you're doing that and you get like three on your way traveling somewhere, that's going to be done faster than doing a quest, in my opinion. But it's all up to play style.
Recommend picking up a double gathering character on one of your next characters you plan to level. This really all depends on your playstyle, of course, or if you even plan to have alts or not. But having alts in the War Within will be much easier thanks to the new warband system. Once you have picked up your professions, continue to follow the main campaign quest story. Do the entire campaign in the Isle of Dorn and do not pick up any side quests whatsoever. Also, any delve quests you may get along the way, you will want to save for later. But you will have to complete the first delve called Earthcrawl Mines since it's part of the main campaign. Once you finish the first 3 chapters of the campaign and you are done with the Isle of Dorn, continue to follow the campaign to the next zone, the Ringing Deeps. From here, you want to do the same thing. Focus strictly on the main campaign storyline and do not pick up any side quests or complete any delve quests. But, as I said before, make sure to hang on to any delve quests you do come across. We will be getting to those in a bit. There are a few reasons why we are skipping side quests in the first 2 zones. For one, on launch day, there are swarms of people questing and killing things. We want to skip all the questing, traffic jams, and potential lag spikes in the first 2 zones on launch day. The second reason, and most important reason, is because of experience gains. You get more experience from harder zones. As you level up on your first character, each zone is meant for a particular level. For example, the Isle of Dorn is level 70 to 73, Ringing Deeps is level 73 to 75, Hallowfall is 75 to 78, and Ashgahet is level 78 to 80. With that said, you don't want to be stuck doing quests and killing mobs that are lower in level and give less experience. We will be following the most efficient leveling routes to get max XP and to get to 80 in the least amount of time. Once you have finished the campaign quests in the Ringing Deeps, continue to follow the campaign into Hallowfall. Continue to only do the campaign quests as you have been doing. However, pick up all the side quests in the zone of Hallowfall. As you're completing the campaign, grab every side quest along the way. You want to literally pick up every single quest on the map in Hallowfall. As you progress in the campaign, it will send you to Ashgahet. Instead of going to the 4th zone, go back and do all the side quests in Hallowfall in one single swoop. This will save lots of time. This should put you around level 77, give or take. Once you have finished with just about all the quests in Hallowfall, head around the map doing all the delve quests you've been saving up. After this, you should be around level 78 or so. The experience from delves scale based on your level, so that's the reason why we decided to wait until later to do them. You will get larger experience gains from running delves by doing it this way. After completing all the delve quests, continue with your campaign and head to Ashgahet. From here, you just want to do everything you can in the zone. Pick up all the side quests you come along as you're doing the campaign, but don't go out of your way to fly across the map to pick up the quests. Just continue doing the campaign and all the nearby side quests. After you finish with the campaign, you should be level 79 give or take, and very close to level 80. Continue doing quests in Ashgahet until you're level 80. This route can be done in 5 to 6 hours if you're efficient and push hard. As you're leveling,
All right, so there we go. There's about 5 to 6 hours in using this method to level, so that's pretty good, right? Getting your first alt to 80 in 5 to 6, unlocking adventure mode and all that kind of stuff, and the bonus for your other alts. That's actually amazing because Warcraft is a game. A lot of people enjoy leveling, but typically it's end game content. So a lot of us, or a lot of players try to get to level 80 as soon as they can so they can experience the actual like game, I guess. Um, so yeah, very, very cool.
make sure to explore all nooks and crannies of the map and learn every flight path along the way. Exploring the map is part of a requirement to unlock the Pathfinder achievement, which you will need to unlock steady flying. This time around, the Pathfinder achievement is much easier to unlock. You just need to simply complete the campaign in all 4 zones and explore every zone.
All right, so all the Pathfinder does that we know so far is allow you to switch to like steady flight, like your old flight. So you get dragon riding or sky riding right off the bat, but you can't do like regular old school flying until you get this Pathfinder. A lot of people think, oh, well, why does that matter? Well, certain quests and certain things, if you want to hover or slow down while you're flying, you're going to want to do that. So That's what I think is good about it.
Boom, you have the Pathfinder achievement and steady flying unlocked. This is a lot better than it was in Dragonflight, where you had a handful of other quest chains you had to complete in order to unlock
It
Pathfinder.
was horrible.
Overall, guys, this leveling route, as I said before, will get you ahead of the large groups of people leveling on launch day. When I say launch day, I mean for both early release and the official launch day of August 26th. Both days will be packed with players in the first two zones, so don't get stuck fighting for mobs, get ahead of the pack, and enjoy the content. I do have a few things I wanted to recommend for you guys that may help your leveling journey be smoother. Make sure to come prepared with some old Dragonflight consumables. They are pretty cheap right now, so you can get your hands on them pretty easily. You could go with speed files, which will give you roughly 8 to 10% increased overall speed, or you could go with
Okay, so with that being said, right now, these items are super hot. These enchant speeds, for the speed enchants for gear, I'm selling them in the thousands, and so the price for like homebound speed, devotion of speed has like skyrocketed. So people right now are preparing for this. So if you get a chance, go ahead and make those as well. Very cheap to make, sell for pretty good.
crit or verse files to increase your damage. But if you're already
Uh,
geared up, then just go with the speed files.
yep.
If you're leveling as a healer and solo, definitely go with the files to increase your damage. You should also consider looking into some enchants before you start leveling. Just a few Dragonflight enchants that will increase your speed. Having additional speed is extremely useful for when leveling. Plus 200 speed to bracers, plains runner for boots, and homebound speed for your cloak. Having all three of these enchants will give you around 10% increased speed overall. Then add a speed file on top of that, and we're looking at close to 20% increased run speed. That's pretty solid if you ask me. That'll definitely help you out when you're leveling up. So take the time to come prepared, get things organized, it'll definitely help you out. But if you are going into the expansion with gear, anything over 515 item level, then you won't be replacing it until you're at least level 76 or higher. But if you're not geared, you could buy a few enchants ahead of time to enchant your gear as you level up. But only do this if you can find the enchants for cheap in the auction house.
Yeah, you're probably gonna spend about 6, 7 thousand gold to get the enchants altogether. So not too hateful. And if you've done the pre-patch and you've got like the 480 gear, you're gonna be super fine to go ahead and enchant that.
Overall, guys, just try your best to come prepared the best you can. Make sure to empty your bag so you have plenty of room for new items you're going to be getting as well. It's definitely worth it to have your bag stocked up with a few consumables, maybe some enchants, or whatever else you decide to buy. Another great item for leveling are gun shoes. They are only on a 3-minute cooldown, and they increase your movement speed by 200% for 25 seconds. They come in handy when you're in a situation where you can't mount up, for example if you're in a deep cave somewhere, or just in general getting around. Yes, you do have your flying mounts, but trust me, gun shoes are very handy. And they don't really cost much either.
If you're not making $158,000 per year, but you'd like to, I strongly...
Yep.
I also have a couple of tips for leveling up additional characters after you hit 80 on your first character. When you start to level another character, you will already have adventure mode unlocked, which means you can do the zones in any order you like. If you followed this guide so far, that means you completed all the quests in Hallowfall on your first character, so on your alts, you should focus on another zone. Since reputation is now shared between the warband, you won't get additional reputation from completing the same quests on a different character. In order to max out rep and renown, you will have to do world quests, which are limited so you can only get so much per week. So with that said, your second character should start questing anywhere but Hallowfall, since we did already completely clear that zone on our first character. This is an efficient way to get all the quests done and earn all the possible renown that we are eligible to get the first week by spreading the workload out to your other characters. And this will also help them level up at the same time. If you want the Lore Master achievement, you will need to complete everything in all the zones anyways. Gaining renown will also be very important in the War Within for many reasons, such as unlocking recipes and getting your hands on some cool mounts. Lots of other rewards as well.
So one of the coolest things ever, right? So say you get to rank 3, which I think is the first rank that recipes unlock, or rank 4 on your main, but your main is not an enchanter, but your alt is an enchanter. Well, if you've got that rep, now it's warband. So as soon as you learn that profession, now you can go learn that recipe from the vendor, and you don't have to regain all that rep per individual character. Very, very awesome. Love that from Blizzard.
such as gear and cosmetic items. Also, while leveling up your alts, you will have access to world quests. World quests give you almost double what a regular quest gives, so you definitely want to hit world quests when you're leveling up your alts. Another tip for you guys is to log into your alts after you max out your first character to 80. Any characters you plan to level, log on to them and get them to Dornegal so you can start building up rested experience. On your alts, you will be able to skip the intro quest and head straight to Dornegal. Once you're here, you will be able to do one of two things. Either 1, level up by doing the campaign again, choosing any zone order that you like, or 2, by spamming delves, dungeons, and doing world quests. That's up to you, of course, but you do have a lot more leveling options when it comes to your second character. Take your time and enjoy the content. You don't have to rush to level up, even though I'm sure a lot of us will. We do have plenty of time to kill until Season 1 launches. Season 1 doesn't drop until September 10th. That's when Heroic and LFR will become available. We will only have access to Heroic dungeons before then, which will help players learn the mechanics and routes for the dungeons. Here's the schedule for the weeks to come. August 22nd, the War Within Early Access begins. Normal dungeons open. August 26th, the
Yep, I'm going to be there early access. You going to be there? I'm pumped.
War Within goes live globally at 3 p.m. Pacific, with Heroic Dungeons and Dragonflight Season 4 PvE rewards are retired. September 10th, the War Within Season 1 begins with normal and heroic raid difficulty. Raid Finder Wing 1, Mythic Zero Dungeons, Heroic Seasonal Dungeons, and a new world boss, and PvP Season 1. September 17th, Mythic Raids, Mythic Plus Dungeons open, Raid Finder Wing 2 opens, and the Raid Story mode opens as well. September 24th, Raid Finder Wing 3 opens. During the first 2 weeks of any new expansion is one of the best times to make gold. There are plenty of different
Yes.
ways you guys can earn tons of gold, but professions are by far going to yield the most gold. Just about every profession can make you millions of gold if done properly. But if you're new to the game or new to professions, or you don't have a lot of time to play, or you just want something easy, go with double gathering. The first day
As
or two,
always.
herbs and ore will sell for tons on the auction house.
They'll
Even the
tank
first
quickly.
few weeks will still be good, but nothing like the first couple days.
Right.
You have those hardcore players that want to max out every profession on every character as soon as they can. The biggest tip that I can give you guys is just to enjoy the game
Yep.
and don't kill yourself. Do what you love to do and just have fun. This is also a great time to link up with friends, guys. Message that WoW friend that you haven't talked to in a few years. Hit them up and reconnect with them. Overall, just have fun, guys. The new expansion's coming. It's going to be a blast. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. And I hope this leveling guide makes your leveling journey smoother for launch day. After the War Within goes live, I will be releasing tons of new content, including gold making guides, gearing guides, raid guides, and much more. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Also, I wanted to mention, if you guys found this guide useful in any way, please give this video a like as it really helps the channel out. You guys have shown me a lot of support over the past few months, and I can't thank you enough. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Cloudy Haze out.
Cloudy Haze out. All right. Thanks, Cloudy Haze. That was an awesome video, man. Maybe we can be friends. Very cool, though. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. This is probably honestly the best, how to level guide, and sort of it's split up into parts, right? Like there's a little bit about everything, but in general, this is probably the best overall, like get ready for the War Within guide that I've seen all in one spot. So give this guy, a shout out. Check him out on his channel. Don't forget to sub to this channel. We'll be covering a lot of gold making and just finding treasures and just everything that the World of Warcraft has to offer on this channel like we normally do. So thanks for stopping by. I'm going to put just a broad overview down in the description, the comments about what it was that we watched, so that you can have a little bit of a list to sort of go down through instead of trying to find the spot in these videos here. So thanks for checking this out. Don't forget to sub, like the video, let me know what you think, and until next time, I'll catch you all later.